Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Shadowgate for the Nintendo Entertainment System. So I never had this game as a kid, but I always saw it in like Nintendo Power and stuff, and it looked interesting. So I figured when I saw it in the store, I might as well pick it up. The last thing you remember is standing before the wizard Lackmere as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway which lies at the edge of a forest. The druid's words ring in your ears. Within the Castle Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded warlock lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. The combination of his evil arts and the great titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings, the seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop the evil one, from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the warlock lord. Okay, so here we are in front of the door. It's a lovely door, except for that skull there, but that skull does kind of look weird, so let's go ahead and open it. Here you can see all your different options: look, open, use, leave, take, close, hit, speak, and then this stuff we'll talk about later. We're gonna open this skull because, well, if you're gonna place a key somewhere, that's probably the best place to do it. As if by magic, the skull rises. So let's take that key. You can't just grab it. You have to select take and then grab it. Now the key one is in hand. And with that, we can open the door. Well, you could open the door without taking the key, but you're going to need the key for another door later, so might as well just take it. It's the door leading into the Castle Shadowgate. So let's move through it. And those are some very strange eyes. That pitiful wizard Lackmere was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me. You will surely regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death. The sound of maniacal laughter echoes in your ears. Okay, so first thing we want to do is we want to take the torches on the wall. You must have torches in your possession, because if the torches you have go out, you die. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts here. It's if you do something wrong, 99.9% of the time you're going to die. So make sure you have two torches lit at all times, and do pay attention to what they're doing. They will start going out, and when they do so, it would be a good idea to use a torch to replace it. Okay, so we've got two doors here, these doors and this stone door here. What we wanted, they're both locked. We want to use key number 1 on this door right here. The key worked. It unlocked the door. So let's go through it. Now be very careful. The stone walls seem uncomfortably close as you walk down the stairs. First thing we want to do, as always, take the torches, and you'll notice that when we take this torch, it's separate from the other torches that we have. That's going to be important for later. Now, here's where people can get slipped up. You see this book, your first instinct might be to take it, and that was my first instinct as well. But if you try to take it, it triggers a trap, and this panel falls out and opens a trap door, and you will fall to your death. So what we want to do is open the book. The book is opened and examined. A rectangular hole has been cut out of the inside of the book, and inside the book is key number 2. So we're going to take that key, and now we can go back, because key number 2, you stand on it. Yeah, we know. Key number 2 opens this door. Alright. And inside here is kind of a little closet. Oh, as you enter, you can see a sword and a sling inside. So let's go ahead and take that sling. It's not a swing. I tried to combine those two words there. And the sword is in hand. Because a swing plus a sword... no, okay. Let's swing and sword. There we go. I don't want to take the exit. I want to get out of the room. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to go back in here. Okay. So, take a look at the back wall. You'll notice a stone that looks kind of weird. We're going to hit that stone. If I can line this up properly. Pow! And it reveals a secret passage. So, of course, we're going to move through it. As soon as you enter the room, you see an arrow on the front wall. Okay, well, our arrow's there for the taking, so let's just grab it. The arrow is in hand. Unfortunately, we can't take these torches. But we can use the one on the left to open another secret passage. There's a spiral staircase leading down. Don't worry about this ledge. You can't actually get there, so just ignore it. We're going to go through here. You stand at the edge of a deep chasm. From the darkness below arise the screams of the undead. So we've got two bridges here. I think it's pretty obvious which one we want to go in. This cave is hewn roughly in the chasm's wall. So let's ignore the one on the right and let's go down this stone one. And what's this? A wraith is standing in your way, barring your path. Alright, so first thing we want to do before we do anything else is you want to use one of these lit torches that you have. Oops. So select that. What do you want to use this on? And use it on the special torch that we picked up. The torch burns with a strange white flame. With a shout, you throw the flaming torch at it. With a blinding flash, the white flame engulfs the undead apparition. When you open your eyes again, the wraith is gone. And so is our special torch. But the way is clear. So, let's take these torches. And let's also take this cloak. And then we're going to open this far door and move through it. This small stone chamber is lined on one side by two barred portals. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff we can do. First of all, let's take this torch and take all the stuff on this shelf. We're not going to use all of it, but just take it anyway. Okay, now we want to look at this sign. The sign reads Epor. Epor, 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 you got it. It seems to be some sort of magic word, except they forgot to make B there. So that sentence doesn't actually make any sense. Oh well. You've learned one magic spell. Now, before we move on, let's open the scroll and see what it says. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. I always find I'm extremely excited when I open a scroll for the first time. 5 to find, 3 or 1. 1 gives access the bladed sun. The silver orb to banish below, the staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden blade. The last to invoke the platinum horn. Okay, so that'll be important later on. Now let's go down to our spell list. And we want to use Epor, which we just learned. The spell was chanted. Epor. There are many strange things in this world. When you said the magic spell, the rope moved. Having stretched up to the hole, the rope stops moving. And that, friends, will be the only easy spell we'll have access to for the rest of the game. Nice that they kept it in the same room. This room full of mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair. Those were good times. Let me tell you something. Alright. So So once again, we take all the torches we can find and also take this broom just in case. You never know when you might need a good sweeping. Alright. So we can't do anything here yet. So what we want to do, you'll see this square here. You can't see it, but there's a door behind you. And you have to open it first before you can move through it. So open the door and then move through it. And we're in a long cold hallway that's lined on either side by half a dozen coffins. There's 2 coffins we want to go ahead and open. So let's do this one first. The lid of coffin is open. And let's just open it. You could take the bag, but it's just an extra step that you don't need to do. What we want is what's inside of bag number 2. And that's 3 copper coins. Okay. So we can close the bag now if you want. You don't have to close it, but you might as well. Then we want to open this coffin. The lid of the coffin is open. A mummy stands silently before you. And notice that our torch is starting to go out, so I'm going to use it on this mummy first. The mummy bursts into flames, leaving behind a scepter among the ashes. Then I'm going to use a torch. Because remember, we want to keep both of those lit at all times. And the scepter is in hand. So now we're done here. But again, you'll see this this door, which we can't see. Oh, the door is open. Okay, good. That one. And now we move back through it. The stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarfs. Alright, so we've got 3 choices. What we want to do is go through the right first. So let's do that. Door is open. Oh gosh. A shark swims by it as if patrolling this calm pool. We can't do anything here yet, so open the door and move through it. Water cascades over a subterranean cliff into a cool, clean stream. See all these rocks on the floor? Sure enough, we gotta take them. We don't have to take all of them, but I'm going to, because why not? If the stupid cursor will line up. See, it's like sometimes you'll think it's touching it and it's actually not. And then sometimes it looks like it's not touching it, but it still counts. So, what are you going to do? The walls in this room are much too close for comfort. The damp walls of this eerie cavern are rough and irregular. So you take a look at that weird looking stone on the end of on the wall here, end of the wall, whatever. Hit it. You hit the rock as hard as you can. Pow! And the loose rock falls down as if hinged to the wall, and inside is a bag. So, let's open the bag. The bag contains 3 large jewels. And of course, we're going to take all 3. Okay, so we're done here. We can just move out of here. You could close the bag if you want to, but it's not necessary. And one of our torches just went out, so let's go ahead and fix that. Again, we know that. We knew all about that. The torch is lit. And we're going backwards. Now we're going to go to the left. And you can click on either the door itself or the square. Whichever is easier. Does not matter. You enter a cold room. The stench of flesh and decay pervades the small chamber. You begin to shiver. This room is really cold. Well, first things first, we got some torches to take. You'll notice there's a trapdoor here in a little square marking where it's located. Do not open that trapdoor. Just leave it. Just leave it alone. Trust me on this one. I know now that I've said don't open it, you're probably very eager to do so, but don't. What we want to do is, you see there's a little hole on the wall by the door. We're going to use the white gem that we just got on this hole. Maybe. There we go. The gem fits perfectly in the hole. A small crystal sphere magically appears on the stand. So what are we going to do with it? We're going to take it, of course. Okay, so now that we have the sphere, let's see, we need to open this door and then move through it. Now be very careful in this room. That was my phone. Whoops. Should probably have made sure it was off before I started recording. But whatever. Fear grips you as you enter this hot room. Okay, so first, you have to take things in a very specific order here. The first thing you absolutely have to take is the shield. That has to be first, or you will die. Because the dragon's going to blow fire at you. If you don't have the shield, you will die. So the next things you should take, well, you can take whatever you want, but you have to, well, I'll tell you in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the spear. And then I'm going to grab this hammer. So at this point, now that you've picked up 3 things, you want to exit the room. Just exit. Okay, that gives your shield a chance to cool down. The room stinks of rotten meat. Now we can move back in the room and grab some more stuff. This room is terribly hot, you think? So, let's take this helmet. Let's take this bone. And let's take this skull. And then exit again. Now at this point you can move on, or I'm gonna go back inside because I want to take that torch. You can take that other skull too, but there's no need to. You only need one. So now we're done in this room. And again, we want to go down this way. And we want to go back to the right. Okay, and now that we have the sphere, we can do stuff here. So let's go ahead and, well, let's use a torch first. And then let's find the sphere. There it is. What do you want to use this on? And use it on the pond, the lake. So now the lake is frozen. We can cross it safely and take the key. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to pick use. We need to use one of these lit torches. Use it on the frozen pond, frozen lake. You put the burning torch close to it. The torch melts away, the ice over the sphere, allowing it to float to the surface. I could have read that better, but that's okay. Not surprisingly, the lake quickly refreezes. But now the sphere is on the surface, and we can take it. The sphere is in hand. So that's how you get the sphere. There are 2 different things. Okay. So let's, now we gotta move back. Then let's move forward. I believe we want to move forward. Yes, to the tomb. Then to the left. Back to the mirror room. And then we want to go down here. But we'll save this for next time. We'll end the episode here. Next time we'll continue on in our quest to stop the evil Warlock Lord as Let's Play Shadowgate continues. See you then.